So when you're talking about, some different topics that come to mind when I think of psychology. One is mindfulness. And that's a buzzword now that people say all the time. When I say mindfulness, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's a good question. I completely agree that the more we've learned about it, it's almost taken a mainstream approach. And now there's so many different people that have kind of redefined it and, have different ways of building those skills. For me, I think how I conceptualize it is it's all about just, developing a relationship with your thoughts. I don't think there's ever a time in my career that a coach or somebody sat me down and just, think about how your mind works. When you're competing, how do you talk to yourself? Are you using positive self-talk? Is it kind of a negative undertone? Are you focused on the things you have control over? Do you, get
Mhm.
distracted? Um, at what level do you need to think? One thing we know is like when an athlete's in the zone, how they describe those rare breakthrough moments. It's almost like they're not even thinking. It's just this connection between the mind and body and
Right,
absolute
right.
trust. So, when I think about like mindfulness, what that is just kind of respecting that, that part of who we are and starting to study it.